All right, this question asks us to predict the effect. So will it melt, freeze, condense, or evaporate? So predict the effect of heat energy on states of matter during a phase change. So what's happening? What do you predict will happen as heat is added or taken away? And explain the effect this has on the molecules. So this means I can describe how molecules are affected when heat is added and when heat's taken away, what is happening to those molecules that causes those phase changes. So go ahead and describe what you think is happening to molecules as they melt, freeze, condense, evaporate. So as that heat energy is added and taken away, what will happen? What happens to the molecules? So go ahead and try that one here, and then pause the video and do that. When you're ready, come back and let's check out some examples. So let's start with a 3. When heat, so that's what we're shooting for. 3 is awesome. When heat is added, the molecules speed up and spread out. So that's true. Whatever it's going from, if they're getting hotter, they're getting faster and spreading out. They're becoming less dense because they're spreading out. When heat is being taken away, so if we're going the other way, the molecules are slowing down and getting closer together, and they're becoming more dense. So all of that is true. So I talked about the phase, when their heat is added, what's happening when the heat is being taken away, what is happening. This one didn't really talk about those scientific words, the phase changes. What are those called? So this talked about what happens to the molecules spreading out, getting faster, slowing down, getting closer as heat's added. But if we look at this 4 here, it uses some more scientific vocabulary than a 3. So when heat is added, the molecules speed up and spread out. So it starts the same. They become less dense, still the same. But I've got this extra sentence in here. These are things like solid to liquid, which is melting, and liquid to gas, which is evaporating. So it melts, it evaporates, and each time it's going through that change, it's getting faster and spreading out more, becoming less and less dense. When heat is being taken away, the molecules are slowing down and getting closer together. They become more dense. Then I'm adding this extra sentence in with that scientific vocabulary, those phase changes. These are things like gas to liquid, which is condensation, and liquid to solid, which is freezing. So I just added each of those in there. So a 2 might look something like when heat is added, the molecules speed up and spread out. When heat's taken away, they're slowing down, getting closer together. So this 3rd one added things about density, just a little bit extra, a little other piece of information. So it has 3 things it talked about: their speed, their interaction with each other, and their density. A 3 talked about 3 qualities of it. A 2 only talked about 2, and a 4 had 3 qualities, but it also gave them scientific names that it went through. And a 1 might say something like molecules can get hotter and colder, or just something that's not really answering the question. So go ahead and decide which one best represents you. A 1, 2, 3, 4. And what is the reason why you gave yourself that score? And then what can you do on the test on a very similar question to do your best? Do you need to remember to use scientific vocabulary? Answer all parts of the question. Make sure you talk about as many qualities of that state of matter as you can. What were the molecules doing? So decide what can you do to do your best on the test and fill that out.